Hi, so yesterday I was at my son's football practice and my phone died, which was a blessing because I was able to really tune in with the energy, with my higher self, with my angels and my guides, and got some pretty interesting messages. I had been sitting on a bench and I was reading a book, and suddenly I had this urge to pick up a marker and just start writing some notes in the book, and I was really hitting it and there were dragonflies everywhere, and to me just really was emphasizing the transformation that all of us as humans are going through right now. And as a cardinal sign, I'm an Aries with a Capricorn rising. So there's two cardinal signs in my chart. And those are basically the signs that are at the beginning of each season, each new season. And I've heard a lot of astrologers talk about the massive changes cardinal signs are going through these next couple months until Pluto moves into Aquarius on November 19th. And this is like a, a whole season that started in 2008. So it's basically an era of life. And whatever era you've been through, like a completely new version of you is going to be surfacing mid-November. But first you have to go through more changes and evolving and grittiness and not enough sleep or crazy dreams that wake you up or don't let you sleep. So many things are happening right now, not only for cardinal signs. So I truly believe the message I got last night was for everyone, just because of the sheer number of dragonflies that were flying around. And at one point my daughter was just doing some running and I would time her, and she's like, oh, I ran into a dragonfly. They were everywhere. There's no avoiding this change. She ran into the fly. And at the start of the evening, I had been sitting on a bench closer to the playground as I was reading, and in the middle of my note taking, I feel a bite by an ant, and I think it was a fire ant, and they were coming through a crack in the pavement. And I just hate those things so much, but it was definitely a loud sign, noise from the universe to get up, keep moving. You've got this, and you've got help, because my daughter was right there right away with a water bottle, asking where I had been bit so she could rinse it off with water and neutralize the issue. So definitely tap into your support network and just go with the flow, because there's going to be rapid change. There's going to be some things that feel quite painful and difficult to deal with, but you are not alone, and it is all for the benefit at the end. So I did have a few notes that because this has just been on my brain for a long time, ever since last night when I didn't have a chance to record the video. So much transformation between now and November 19th. And I like to journal every day, but even when I don't have time, during this next, period, so it's a little over 70 days ish, I'm going to be keeping track in the notes app on my phone anytime there's synchronicities that happen. So not waiting until my daily journaling time happens, but anything just kind of random or coincidental, just it matters. Write it down, because your future self, your future higher self will thank you. By the end, you're going to ask yourself, and other people might ask you, how and like when did you make these changes? Because like I just saw you and you have a completely different energy or perspective surrounding you. So make these notes in your phone. So I mentioned synchronicities, people contacting you out of the blue, like friends or family that you haven't heard from in a while, like suddenly reaching out and actually like pointing something out that they've been working on, or offering you some idea that is exactly what you have already been thinking about. And it doesn't have to be that aspect of the conversation, but if someone reaches out to you, note it. Many people already track like their weight, and I think it's kind of boring and irrelevant to this whole conversation because there's so much more than that that's going to be evolving. But if you notice that you've made changes to your diet or your movement that day, make note of it and celebrate it if you want. I heard my son talking to a friend and he said, "Oh, I have only drank water today." And that was a big deal for him. So make note of those things. It sounds silly, but it is all just the little crumbs and the little like steps on the journey that are going to mean something. And the last thing is you can pull a card if you have one, oracle deck, tarot deck, and even if you don't have time to really like write notes about it yourself, just take a picture of it so you have it on your phone, and you can reference these as you near the end of the period or as you get to November 19th or Thanksgiving if you're here in the US. So I'm really looking forward to those daily check-ins and like the ongoing tracking of synchronicities, because I found that lately they're happening more and more often. I'm going to take my glasses off because they're reflecting and it's driving me nuts. And now I don't have to read my notes anymore. So last night I did pull a few cards when I was out and about, and I got the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, and then the Fool card. And I love these because here we've got the connection to the other side and just raising the vibration level. And I think it just represents to me like evolving and raising to that higher self and that ultimate goal. But these are energies that we are not used to. And so what's important is that we rest, we ground the ideas, and we keep going after them. So if we've had a dream in our heart that, I don't know, you want to be an astronaut, or you want to be a baton twirler or a fire dancer, what have you, or perhaps you want to be president of the PTA. I don't know what your dream is, but if you have a dream, it is the time to capitalize on it, which I've been saying for a while, but definitely do your tracking and you're going to see how you can get there from here. And then the Fool card, you need to be wild and free and just trust that the universe has got you. Like if you notice how she's leaning back and just believing that it's all going to be unfolding just for her. I am going to end it there. I hope that this resonates with the people it's meant to. I love you. Bye.